Thanks for joining us today, everyone. All right, I think we'll go ahead and get started. Welcome to Technology Tuesdays. My name is Lydia Nimke, and I'm very excited to bring you today's presentation on YouTube. Just some housekeeping. You all are muted and have your cameras turned off by default, but please do not let that stop you from asking questions about today's presentation in the Q&A box down below. You will also receive a recording of today's Tech Tuesdays, so no need to take any really extensive notes or anything like that. You'll have it all. We have no one with us today in the background because my dear colleague Beth is unavailable today, so please bear with me as I try to answer your questions, all right? Groovy. So let's jump in and talk about some of the main concepts we'll be covering today. First of all, we are going to talk about what YouTube actually is, and then we'll talk about watching videos and kind of engaging with the platform. It's going to be pretty demonstration heavy today, as far as, subscribing to videos or channels and liking videos and things like that, creating playlists and whatnot. And we'll only talk super briefly about how you go about creating your own YouTube channel and the resources that are available to help you do that. Per one of your requests, like I mentioned, I'm going to spend the bulk of today's time talking about actually watching videos on YouTube and interacting from that side as opposed to from the creator side, which could easily be its own subject for another Tech Tuesdays. I just include this to say, like, this is your all's program. Like, I just put it on, I just do it. And I love to do it, but if it's not of service to you, it's not helping you use some of these resources, then, it's lacking in value. And I want to provide as much value to each of you as I possibly can. So if you ever want me to focus on anything specifically for any of the upcoming Tech Tuesdays, I'm more than happy to kind of mold the presentation to fit your needs. So let me know. The survey that pops up after each program is built so I can have your feedback. And that'll help me make this a better program. So thank you to the person who suggested that. I really appreciate it. All right, so what is YouTube? YouTube is a free video sharing website that makes it super easy to watch online videos. You can even create and upload your own videos to share with others. If you've ever watched a Tech Tuesday recording, you're watching a YouTube video. YouTube has been around for a really long time. It was created in 2005, and it is now owned by Google. So YouTube is not the only video sharing website. So what makes it different than others? Well, the sheer number of videos that are on the YouTube website kind of makes it unique in of itself. On average, about 100 hours of video are uploaded to YouTube every minute. So there's always something new to watch. And you can find all different kinds of videos on YouTube, from cute cats to cooking demonstrations to science lessons, fashion, makeup, pretty much whatever you can imagine. There's at least like 100 or 1,000 YouTube videos on it. Another reason it's super popular is because it's all about user-generated content. Instead of videos and shows and movies from TV networks and movie studios, you'll find amazing and creative videos that can sometimes, stand side by side a studio-backed film on YouTube just made by someone in their spare time. And YouTube is not a one-way street. You can jump in, record, and share your own videos to become a part of that community. So according to a February 2021 article from Hootsuite, YouTube is the world's second most visited website, right after its parent company, Google. It's also the world's second most used social platform, right after Facebook. And people watch more than 1 billion hours of video on YouTube every day. That's an incredible amount of content being consumed all around the world. I've included a couple slides on what people find so engaging about YouTube. You can use it for learning. One of my first stops whenever I'm into a new hobby or I have a question or I want to learn how to do something is YouTube. You can find awesome video tutorials, lectures at the college level, lectures meant for high schoolers or elementary schoolers, the whole age range. You can find different people who do crafts like knitting, sewing, things like that, doing tutorials, as well as industry professionals. You may see a plumber showing you how to do something simple like stop your toilet from running. These are all super useful, and like I said, they're usually my first stop when I'm trying to learn about anything new. You can also use YouTube for entertainment, right? There's lots of videos on gaming, game reviews, or people streaming themselves playing the game. There's so much music content on YouTube, from created playlists or live streams that just go for hours and hours, to purposefully created channels from music labels and artists that have their music videos on them or their albums posted there. There are also television shows and movies that you can watch in entirety on YouTube. And then, of course, there are YouTubers, people whose job it is or has become to make YouTube content. And you may watch their vlogs rather, video vlogs, and see what they're going about in their day-to-day life. There are a lot of YouTubers in that sort of space. And if you find someone who you can identify with, who you think is interesting and you want to support, they can be a great entertainment source for you. There are also so many different ways to watch YouTube. It's really up to what you prefer. You can use your mobile device, like your tablets or your smartphones, and you can either go to youtube.com in the browser on that device, or you can download the YouTube app. So the browser version is going to be a little bit more like clunky than the dedicated application because, of course, they want you to download their app. But you could also go to youtube.com on your computer. And that's really the way I'll be demonstrating today, because it's very easy for me to share my screen and show you it on the computer. But if you're interested in seeing it on a mobile device, I have my phone right next to me. I could show you that as well. You can also view your videos from YouTube on your smart TV or using your dongle devices, so your Rokus, your Chromecast, Fire TV, anything like that. Again, you'll just download the YouTube app and sign in the way you'll have to sign into all of the apps, and you'll be able to watch your videos on your TV. I'd say for me personally, the main ways I watch YouTube are on either my phone or on my TV. When I'm home, I generally watch it on the TV, and when I'm at work, I usually watch it on my phone. But whatever suits you, I'm sure there's a way that you can watch YouTube that works for you. All right, so on to watching videos on YouTube. Now, unlike a lot of the other services we have discussed in Tech Tuesdays, you don't actually need a YouTube account to just watch videos, but you do need an account, and you need a Google account to do things like add videos to playlists, save your watch and search history, and leave comments. While it's not required, I do recommend, signing into YouTube so you can have the full interaction. And all you'll need is that Google account. So the same thing that gives you Gmail access to Google Drive, your Google Calendar, all the things we've been talking about a little bit earlier. That same account works just the same for YouTube. So once you've signed in, the YouTube homepage will appear. It looks more or less like this. And here you'll see trending and popular videos that are recommended for you, and a whole lot more. If you see a video you want to watch, just click the thumbnail, which is each of these individual little pictures here that are like a screen grab from the video. Just click on that picture and you'll be taken to that video where it will automatically begin playing. Over on the left here of the home page is where you'll find the guide, and that's what we're going to talk about on the next slide. So no matter where you are on YouTube, you can use the guide in the left-hand corner to quickly navigate through the various pages of the site. Now, this may be collapsed at times, but you'll always be able to see this menu icon here, these 3 lines. You'll click on that, it'll expand, and you'll have all of these options here. We're going to go over this in a lot more depth in the demo, but it's just important that you know upper left-hand corner, guide is all your navigation. Now, I noticed we had a question about if it's free, why do they ask me if I want to subscribe when I watch it? So they ask you that because that's how they get money, not from you, but from their sponsors and the people who advertise with them. The more subscribers a YouTuber has, the more, likely they are to get brand deals, or the more likely they are to, just be able to get different opportunities in their job. Subscribing is not an expense to you. So it's not like subscribing to HBO necessarily or anything like that. It's just a way for you to have really easy access to that creator's content. So why else may you subscribe? Like I said, it gives you easy access to the channels you like, and it supports the creators you enjoy. It's a free thing. You don't have to subscribe to anything if you don't care to, but that's why they ask you to do it. Essentially, most creators are going to tell you how to subscribe. Click the subscribe button down below and hit the bell for notifications. That probably sounds super familiar. But essentially, you're going to click that subscribe button wherever you see it, or you can navigate to their channel page by clicking the name of the person who's posted the video. And then on that page, press the red subscribe button. I like to visit their channel first so I can kind of see what other videos they have posted. Because if the video I'm interested in, the video I have seen is just like a one-off and they don't often post things related to, the specific area I'm looking at, if they don't often post like sewing tutorials, and this was just one that they decided to post one day, but I'm specifically interested in that, maybe I don't want to subscribe to them. I hope that makes sense. If you're ever looking for new channels to subscribe to, you can just browse through the different channels. We'll definitely be going over that. Now, searching is quite easy on YouTube, probably because it's owned by Google. They have a search box that appears at the top of every page, and they have really nice search filters. So if you've kind of lost track of a video you really enjoyed and you're looking through, can't find it, you can narrow it by when it was uploaded or the length of the video, the views the video got, bunch of different factors. And then if you're searching around a specific topic, sewing tutorials, for example, a good place to find kind of related content is the related videos. So we'll definitely take a look at some of the related videos we find. Now, video controls. You're going to find these at the bottom of the video player whenever you're watching a video. And if you don't see them, you just have to hover over the player and they'll appear. So kind of going from left to right, you have your play, pause, your ability to go to the next video, your audio controls, your timestamp, your autoplay. You can turn that on or off. And I'm going through this fast, but we'll go through it again. No worries. Your subtitles or your closed captions, your settings, which gives you access to your playback speed, your subtitle settings, and the video quality. And then your view modes. So we can take a look at things in a mini mode, a theater mode, and a full screen mode. And the last thing is the video scrubber. So you see this red line right here and this little dot or handle at the end. You can actually drag that and pull it backwards and forwards for when you want to skip around in the video. It's kind of like fast forward and rewind, because as you'll notice, there's no fast forward and rewind buttons on the video controls down here. That's how you fast forward and rewind YouTube videos. So one of the things, or a few of the things that signing in allows you to do is interact with those videos. So you can like and dislike videos or leave a comment to share your thoughts. Liking and disliking videos tells the creator whether or not you enjoyed the video. And it also lets other users see how popular the video is. So again, going back to the sewing tutorials, if I happen to click on a sewing tutorial that has 1,000 likes and 5 dislikes, I'm gonna guess it's probably a pretty useful sewing tutorial video. However, if I see a video that has 500 likes and 600 dislikes, I'm going to probably choose another video. Any video you like is also going to appear in your liked videos playlist, which you can access from the guide. When you're watching a video, you can leave a comment in the box beneath the description. And comments are another great way to let the creator know how you feel about the video or start a discussion with other people who have viewed the video. To leave a comment, you just type it into the box and select comment. Other viewers can like or dislike your comment and reply to your comment with one of their own. Now, disclaimer, especially if you aren't used to the YouTube sort of world. To be perfectly frank, a lot of comments on YouTube might skew to being not very nice, depending on what you're looking at. They may just be downright mean or offensive. And this is just something you should be aware of. It's not all sunshine and rainbows in the YouTube comments, so venture there at your own risk. Now, of course, when you find awesome, cool YouTube videos that you want to, that you think are amazing, you may want to share them with other people in your life. And YouTube makes it very easy to do that. Underneath the video controls panel, you'll see a couple of things. You'll see the title of the video and the views it got and the date it was uploaded. You'll see that thumbs up, thumbs down to like and dislike. You'll also see the share button. And once you push on that share button, this window will pop up in the middle of your screen and you'll see all of your options. The simplest way is probably to copy the link and paste it in some venue for others to see and click on. That's what I do when I'm sharing the recordings of Tech Tuesdays with you all. I copy the link and I paste it into an email. But you can also share it directly to Facebook, Twitter, or share it via email. On computers, you get the option to embed the video, which is essentially just placing it in another website to be viewed there and not on youtube.com. And then on mobile devices, you also get the option to share it via text. Playlists are another great way to organize and share the stuff you find on YouTube. Playlists are kind of like a mixtape or a mix CD, but for videos instead of music. For example, you may want to collect some of your favorite science videos to watch again later, or maybe you're planning to do a home improvement project. You're planning to redo your kitchen and you want to save a lot of videos you watch while you're doing research so you can refer to them again later. Once you've created a playlist, it's super easy to share it with your friends. All you have to do is locate the save button beneath the video player. Type the playlist name that you want to name the playlist. So Kitchen Redo 2022. Choose your desired privacy level. And then the playlist is created. And from there, once you create the playlist, you can just add videos to it as much as you want. And to view or manage a playlist, you'll just access it from that guide. Now I'm going to jump into the demonstration. Are there any questions I can answer for you before we do that? Let's take a look here. Is there a way to alphabetize your subscription list? Kitty asks. This is a good question. I do not know. I'll have to check and see. We'll see if there is once we get in there. I hope I answered your question, Maureen. If not, please let me know. All right, we're going to jump into demo and see if there is. Okay, groovy. Now we're in YouTube. This is more or less what you'll see when you log into the computer and go to youtube.com. I am not signed in yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit this sign in button right up here in the upper right hand corner and click to sign in. I'm going to sign in with my work Google account, enter my password. And now this looks a little bit more like, reflective of me. And we see my same Google account profile picture is up here in the upper right-hand corner. I'm actually going to turn off my camera so I can just make sure everyone can see the whole screen. All right. So in the homepage, the first thing you'll generally see is this list of a bunch of different thumbnails for a bunch of different videos that are trending that you may be interested in, maybe some from people you subscribe to, and so on. And when you hover over the stagnant thumbnail image, you'll see a little snippet of what is in the actual video itself. All right. Over on the left here, we have that guide. And it may be collapsed sometime like this, so it might not be super apparent that that's there. But if you press the guide again, you'll see it'll pop right up and you have all of these options here. Home takes you to the page we are on right now, as does clicking on YouTube in the upper left-hand corner. You can also click to explore, and this shows you some different categories within YouTube that you can click on. And you can, see what's in that category. There are some movies that you have to buy from YouTube, but there are some that are just free with ads. So, you can look and find free movies if you're interested in that. Under the subscriptions option, we have all the videos we're subscribed to. Now, Kitty, this is my work Google account, so I'm only subscribed to like 2 things. But let me see if we can. Not really from the looks of it. It's not really a way to make them show up alphabetically. This is where all of the recent videos from people you've subscribed to, you'll find them. Moving on down to the library section. This is where you're going to find your watch history, as well as your watch later section. So anything you've added to your specific watch later playlist. And then any other playlists you've created will be down there, as well as your liked videos. You can also access them individually. So liked videos, for example, and manage your playlist like that. Let's go back to home and look at our search bar. So our search bar, you can, pretty much enter it just as you would a Google search. And you can even search by voice on your mobile device and on your computer if you have a microphone enabled, and on your TV, again, if you have a microphone enabled. Moving on, we have our create button, and this is what your starting point if you want to upload videos to YouTube. There are some other YouTube apps that you can access through the grid menu over here. And this is where any notifications would appear if you enabled notifications for specific subscriptions. And then you have your profile picture, which is where you can access your channel and your settings, things like that. Awesome. Now let's take a look at a video. So there are ads on YouTube. You can let them play or you can skip through them. I'm not actually going to play this video because, if you want to watch it, you can go watch it on YouTube. But the video is paused now, so we're seeing the video controls along the bottom here. Again, we have that play and pause, and you'll notice it disappeared when I pressed play because, you want to be able to view the full screen. Here we have our next video button, and this button is just going to play the next video in the related videos list along the right-hand side here. We have our audio controls, so we can mute quickly and unmute, and use the slider to turn the volume up and down just in YouTube. And we also have a timestamp. Moving over to the right side of the video, we have autoplay. So all that means is when autoplay is on, it's going to automatically play this next video once this video has finished, this current video we're watching. We can turn that off and then it won't play anything at all. Here is where we can turn on or off our subtitles or closed captions. And here in settings is where we can adjust the playback speed. You can adjust it all the way up to double time or 0.25 times. If I'm in a rush, I normally just watch videos at 1.5 speed. And you can access your subtitle settings as well as your quality. I would just leave the quality on auto. YouTube is pretty good at, figuring out what the quality of the video you're watching it was recorded in, the quality your device can handle, and, the quality your internet can handle. So it's kind of a lot that goes into that. But you can always adjust it if you want or need to. And here is the mini player. So you'll see it goes to pretty much, one corner, very small, so you can still navigate through YouTube, go to the different pages and things like that. And this video could continue to play. To expand it, we just click that button and it takes us back to the video page. Theater mode expands the video across the top of the YouTube page. And I do want to note that you can still access your guide even when you're in theater mode. And there we go. And if you want to go back to the default view, you can do that. And then our last view option is full screen, which takes over the entire screen. We can't see anything else on that screen except the video itself. And if we want to exit full screen, we can just press escape on our keyboard or exit full screen and be taken back to the regular video page. And then of course we have the video scrubber. So like I mentioned, we can scrub forward and scrub back. And those are the basic video controls that you'll find on pretty much every single YouTube video. Now, scrolling a little bit further down the page, underneath the video is where you're going to find the title of the video, the account that posted the video, how many subscribers they have. You're also going to see that like and dislike button. So if you like the video, push that like button and you'll see it's added to your like videos. We'll go take a look at that in a second. And this is also right in the same line is where you find the share button. And you can push that to see all your options for sharing, or you can just copy that link and paste it where you want it to be. We're gonna go over playlists in a second. But scrolling even further on down that page, this is where you'll see all of the comments from other people who viewed this video. And you can either like or dislike their comment or do a reply of your own. And if you want to make a comment, right underneath the description, you'll see a place that has your profile picture for your Google account and a line to add a public comment. And you can type up that comment and push comment. All right. Now, say I wanted to create a playlist of cute cat videos, cute dog videos to share all around. Right under the video, there's this button that says save. And once we click on that, we can save it to an existing playlist, like the Watch Later playlist that everyone has on YouTube, or a specific playlist that I've already created. Or we can create a new playlist and we'll have to name it. and decide what level of privacy we need. So private is viewable only to me. Unlisted means anyone with the link, anyone you share the playlist with can see it, but no one searching through YouTube for cute pet videos would be able to find it. And then public means anyone can search for it and anyone can view your playlist. I generally go unlisted, unless I want people to find it necessarily. And then create. So now this video is added to that playlist. And the next time I find a cute pet video, say the next one in the related videos, I could save it and then add it directly to cute pets just by checking the box next to it. Now, if we open up the guide and click on the cute pets playlist, we can actually from here share the entire playlist via those same methods we talked about before. So we can copy the link, post it to Facebook, Twitter, email, Pinterest, and so on. One of these videos, the first one we added, I've watched all the way through, and I can tell this because the red line underneath the thumbnail is full all the way up. That means I've watched the video. But this one, if I was to come in here months or weeks later, I could see that I haven't viewed this video because there is no red line underneath the thumbnail image. So I can say, oh, I stopped watching the first one. Now I can go ahead and watch the second one. And that's going to be on all of your thumbnails. If we go into our history, you're going to see some videos have been watched only a little bit. Some have been watched a lot. Some have been watched all the way. Now, when you're searching for videos, you have, you can just throw in any search term, like we'll use Jigsaw Puzzle Review because I already searched it. You have a bunch of filters that are available to you to help you kind of narrow your search. You can narrow the upload date. So if you're interested in something that's very, very recent, very current, you might want to just look at videos that were posted this week or even today or even in the last hour. You can narrow the type of result you're looking for, whether that be a video, channel, playlist, or movie, the duration of the video you're looking for, the features, and you can also sort by relevance, upload date, view count, and rating. So with most of this, I can usually find what I'm looking for if it's still uploaded to YouTube, even from like years and years and years ago. And we're gonna go back to home and talk about a little more subscribing to different YouTube channels. So let's click on this. Let's find a fun video to click on. Scrolling down. Sure, let's click on that one. Now, if I want to subscribe to My City Plants, I can just push the red subscribe button right here. And if I want to receive notifications up here every time they post a new video, I can just push that notifications bell and decide whether I want all of their notifications or personalized notifications, which is very nice. If I want to see a little bit more about what this channel does, you can go to their channel page by clicking on their name on any video they've posted and see kind of what videos they've created, what playlists they have. and kind of more information about them. And maybe I don't want to subscribe to them anymore. I could certainly click subscribe again and unsubscribe. So if you find out you actually don't want to see this person's content appearing around you, you can definitely click unsubscribe. It's not a big deal. And of course, you'll find those subscribed videos either under subscriptions at the very top of your guide, or you can go to the subscription specific section and look at the channel pages for the people you are individually subscribed to. If you aren't subscribed to anyone yet and you're interested in finding people to subscribe to, you can browse through the different channels of the different categories and see people who are, popular in that category. So if you're very interested in, cooking demonstrations and things of that nature, maybe you come here and you scroll down to cooking and health and you check out a couple of these channels and see if you want to subscribe to any of them. All right. Now, are there any kind of resounding questions about watching videos on YouTube that I can answer before we pop back into the presentation? So Kitty asks if we'll be sending a link to a recording of this webinar, and the answer is definitely. The library is actually having some difficulty with our YouTube account right now, so I don't know what format it will come in. You might just be watching the recording on Zoom until I can get it uploaded to YouTube, but I'll definitely send out a link to the recording for y'all. Absolutely. Thank you for the question. All right, if there's no more questions, we'll pop back into our presentation. And here we are just going to talk briefly about your YouTube channel. And I encourage you all, if you are at all interested in starting your own YouTube channel, creating content and putting it on YouTube, I highly encourage you because, the more people who make content, in my mind, the better. I'm sure you all have so much wisdom and knowledge to share in so many different, areas and professions. It can only be a benefit to the world at large if more people start creating content. So share and express your own creativity. You'll have nothing but yeses from me. So you start by sharing videos on your very own YouTube channel. Even if you've never uploaded a video to YouTube, you already have a channel. You'll just select your profile picture in the top right corner of any YouTube page and select My Channel. You can think of your channel a little bit like a profile page on another social networking site. By default, it'll show videos you've liked and any playlists you've created. And once you record and upload your own videos, it's where others will find and view your content. Before you begin uploading videos, there are a few things you may want to customize about your channel. For example, if you noticed our My Plant City channel that we were just looking at had custom channel art. And that's maybe something you want to add in there. That's just that larger image that appears behind your profile picture whenever someone visits your channel page. Let's see if it's still pulled up. It's not. I'm just gonna quick pop in. So this area right here is that custom channel art. So there are so many ways to create videos for YouTube. The method you choose really is going to depend on the kind of videos you want to make. If you're making a short film, things are going to be super different than if you're just doing a vlog, or, doing a house tour or something like that. So it totally depends. We'll talk about some of the common ways, at least, to record videos, which is going to be your first step if you're interested in making YouTube videos, recording them. You can use a webcam, whether that's an internal webcam in like the top of your computer area there, or an external webcam. They're usually not too expensive. Um, you can use your mobile device. We all have them anyways. The camera is generally decent enough at this point that you can record videos and upload them that way. And you can also, of course, use like professional camera equipment, with microphones and additional lighting and a tripod and, all that good stuff. Um, that is totally available. If you have that available, absolutely, I'd say go for it. Then after you record your video, you'll, of course, you may want to edit your video, whether that's with, iMovie or the Windows Movie Viewer, Movie Maker, or something more expensive that you have to buy like Adobe Premiere or Final Cut Pro. That's where you'll, add in your intro and outro music or anything you're interested in adding like that. And then you'll upload pretty much. Once you're done editing and making it look how you want it to look, you'll upload the video into YouTube. You don't have to add a description. You do have to add a title to your YouTube videos, but you don't have to add a description. But I do recommend adding one, especially if you want people to find you, because otherwise, if people are searching for something you're talking about in your video, they'll only be able to find you if they sort of know what the title is, more or less, if they are searching something that's in your title. So add in a description. Add in a description so you can, have as much reach as possible. And then it's truly up to you if you want to connect that video you've created to larger sections of video by using hashtags, or if you want to connect it to other videos you've created on the subject using cards and things like that. Now, whichever method you choose for recording your videos, however you edit them or, get them to YouTube, tutorials from the YouTube Creator Academy are going to be more in depth than I ever could be about creating YouTube content. So I highly recommend you check that out. The tutorials are actually created by established YouTube creators, and they talk about how to create new videos, engage with your audience, and just be a better overall creator. So if you're interested in creating, I highly recommend you check out the Creator Academy. Now, are there any final questions I can answer for you all? I know that was a lot, but I'm more than happy to, show you anything you're interested in or try and answer any questions I can. All right, well, my email is on the screen. If you think of anything while you're, messing around in YouTube on your TV later tonight, please let me know. I'm more than happy to, have a chat about pretty much anything Tech Tuesday related. All right. Thank you all so much for joining us today for Technology Tuesdays. Next week, we'll dive back into the Google Tools series and talk about Google Drive and go over Google Docs and Google Sheets. So I hope some of you will join us for that. Again, you'll get a link to a recording from me. I'm not exactly sure how, but everyone who registered will receive a link to today's Tech Tuesdays. Again, thank you all so much for joining us, or me. Have a great rest of your week.